How did Pride Month go this year? Honestly, it just seems like it gets worse every year. So welcome back to the channel today, everyone. As you can see, I'm on vacation, and like an idiot, I forgot my microphone, so please excuse the audio in this video. But I wanted to give a quick reaction to the Pride Month festivities. But first, a word from our sponsors, the Tuttle Twin Books. In a world where teachers seem to prioritize teaching wokeness to your kids, you have to take your child's education into your own hands. The Tuttle Twins have books that teach them history, sound money, personal freedoms, and more. Use the link in the description and get your books today. Alright, so Pride Month. Obviously, we've seen the same old corporate agenda when it comes to Pride, like...
What are you eating this Pride? Well, if you're a top, it seems like you can eat whatever you want. But if you're a bottom, you're expected to starve? Not this Pride. Introducing the bottom-friendly menu from Postmates.
Like, I mean, this Burger King ad where it was tops for pops, bottoms for bottoms. But, like, that's not how any of this works. Like, tops don't go together, two bottoms don't go together. Better luck next year, Burger King. I mean, that's just dumb. But honestly, it seems like things are getting worse and worse. But at least this year, we didn't have any kids networks putting out videos of... Oh, I guess here's something from Cartoon Network.
Beloved citizens, thanks for coming out to the Candy Kingdom Pride Parade with us.
Yeah, and don't be so nervous. Everyone there is family. They will love you for who you are.
People get built different. We don't need to figure it out, we just need to respect it. Whether people are gay, they, trans, or any part of the queer spectrum.
Hey, I'm 1,000 years old, and in all that time, there's always been someone who didn't like me.
Yeah, and there'll always be some butthead who doesn't think Marcy and I should be together, or that you shouldn't be with who you love.
But that's what love is, doing it anyways, because nobody can tell us what to do. We're immortal.
And even if you aren't immortal, love is forever. Hey Marcy, let's get going. We don't want to miss out on getting a good spot.
That's right.
Now, I won't lie, if you're going to do Pride on a kids network, this is kind of how you do it, because this teaches acceptance instead of the sexualization that we're seeing. However, it does encourage kids to go to the parade. And as we've seen in parades across the country, they are being sexualized more and more, and they're not really a place for kids anymore. Also, this is a reminder to go support Savannah Hernandez. As she breaks more and more of these news stories, she's been getting banned off social media platforms, which is actually quite telling.
I think at like 10 I knew that I think at 10, but I wasn't clear on my gender.
Yeah, I think it was around like 10 as well when I started questioning if I was bi, and then since then it was kind of like a slippery slope because I was like, am I bi, omni, lesbian, and then I kind of like came to the point, and then now recently I've been like, am I pan, but then I think now I'm starting to realize that I'm queer. But yeah, it started around 10. It wasn't like...
Tell us what you guys identify as. We're asking everyone here today.
Gay, cis, what is it? Cisgender male. There we go.
I don't know. Gender neutral or gender fluid. I think that's what they said. I don't know. I'm confused.
So you identify as gender fluid?
I don't know.
She, her, it. I feel like
pronouns are he, him. Sometimes use they. I don't give a shit.
I guess you could call me gay. I'm homo-flexible, really. I do like some women, but mostly men.
Now, if you remember last year, around the same time, I did a video about a parent who wrote an article about wanting their kids to see kink at Pride and why you should too. It was disgusting then and it's disgusting now. Yet it seems like so many parents are taking their kids to these places. So much so that my friend Jamie, who is the Gay Who Strayed on Instagram, started the Gays Against Grooming Coalition to fight against the extremes in our community who think that this is okay. And this last video was filmed by Tyler Hansen, who correctly points out in this tweet that if you were to take a child to a strip club, you would be arrested and CPS would be called on you. But because it's drag queens, and these drag queens are stripping, it's okay. I mean, this is a very sexualized show. There is no, oh, well, the drag queens know how to tone it down for different audiences. No, you can see in this video, there are kids there, and this drag queen is stripping. This drag queen's moaning, this other drag queen's doing whatever she's doing over by the refrigerator, whatever that is. It's just disgusting, and kids don't need to be around this. This is hurting our community. And now this. I mean, can somebody explain to me why we need to have people naked at pride parades? Seriously, this isn't about acceptance anymore. It's about sharing your kink with the world. I have no issues with kinks. I don't kink shame, but it doesn't belong around children. And having it out in the open in these festivals is putting it around children because then these festivals are advertised as family friendly. Because and kink really has nothing to do with LGBT. Straight people have kinks too. And this does nothing for acceptance. In fact, it makes acceptance go the other direction. And this may be the worst of all because it involves putting a child in a show. This brewery not only has a drag show that allows kids, they have a child in the drag show. I mean, you can't even be under 21 to visit their website, yet they're putting children in drag shows on site at the brewery. I don't get it. What is up with this? What has made this just explode this year? This year it's been worse. And what's been really bad is there's been a number of drag queens that have come out that have read at the drag queen story hours and done this other stuff at drag queen story hours, organizers of drag queen story hours, are now getting in trouble because they're finding CP, child porn, on their computers. That should be a major red flag as to why we shouldn't be doing this stuff, because it's these people who want to be around children who are predators. Not all drag queens are predators, not all LGBT people are predators, but the people who are organizing this stuff and performing at this stuff, there's something wrong if you want to be performing in front of children instead of just in a nightclub collecting $1 bills from adults. We should get back to doing that. Leave the children alone. Then maybe we can work on getting acceptance in the community again. Conservatives have long said that pedophiles would try to make their way into the community, and that was the slippery slope. So right now, this doesn't look good for our community when we have all this stuff trying to sexualize children. It makes it look like conservatives were right in a lot of ways, and I know for a fact that they're not. The vast majority of LGBT people do not believe in sexualizing children, and they don't go along with all this stuff that progressives are doing. This is sexualizing kids, and I don't know any other way to describe it other than grooming, to teach them about sex this young. It's not okay. We need to stop it. And those of us who are conflated with being in the community need to police this up because it's really not doing anything for acceptance. Like I said, it's hurting our acceptance. I know this is not representative of the vast LGBTQ population, but the queers have taken over, and we need to stop it before we lose all of our acceptance. We need to stop it before the pendulum begins to swing the other direction, and we can't slow it down at the bottom to, keep our sanity and make sure that the authoritarians on the right, because there are some, again, it's the same as the left, they have their own extremes. They will come and try to take those same rights from us. So we need to stop it we need to stop our community so that pendulum doesn't swing all the way back and we're all hurt in the process. But with that, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Click that like and subscribe button. Make sure you go support our sponsors. Follow me across all social media platforms, and I will see you next time.